Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent, and I'm having a problem. You see, I can't really harvest anything right now because it takes forever for stuff to harvest. I've actually been playing for like almost 2 hours since the last video, just doing gathering. I'm barely up to 200,000 credits, and I've massively increased the number of solar panels. We're up to 19 solar panels total, and I've been doing a lot of gathering mostly because I've been planning out more base expansions. You can see that we have a lot more going on than we used to. A lot of it's unfinished. I don't have power, so I can't convert quartz into glass, and I can't convert titanium salvage into titanium. But we have a lot more being planned out these days. This is nowhere near everything I'm going to have. I have a lot of stuff that exists entirely for cosmetic purposes, but in short order, we have farms, production, power, bedroom. I think this is actually just power again. I think I'm expecting to need more than one. At the very least, there's no reason not to. And notice that they all have a sub-room. Right now, the only one I've actually finished is containing all of my lockers. Coming over here, you'll see that I've moved my storage down here. I just have a bunch of glass lockers and nothing else in this room. Eventually, we'll have digitized storage. It won't take up any space at all. But we're getting close to being able to repurpose this into a proper production room and not just the everything room. So we have two major issues. The first is that we need more power. Flat out, end of story, we need more power. Because we can't even fuel one ore refiner, let alone a pile of ore refiners and several drillers. And I do mean several. We're probably gonna have at least, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 bare minimum. And then 4 refiners to go with it. Like, we're nowhere near the power we need, even though we have an ungodly number of solar panels. And also, one thing I forgot to do during all this stuff, I've been like slowly assembling my farms. I'll take you on a walk through the parts of the base that are finished and walkable after I quickly grab some creepvine to help out my farms that I've just forgotten to do previously. So, on the way down to the farms, let's go for a walk through as much of the base as can be walked through. Every side starts with the same thing and eventually be decorated in each of them, but a short 2-tile hallway with reinforcements coming into a glass curve on most of them. It varies a little bit from one side to another. This is going to be a farm that's a little bit less of a shit show than this one in the future. For now, it's just temporary storage of every land-based plant in the game and the lantern trees. And I think, A, this looks better than the 4x4 interior grow bed, but also it literally just fits more lantern trees. I don't know if you can place them like this without the toggle here, where like, you say I can't build it in here? I can just press H and now I can build it in here. It's a piece of a base, so maybe I shouldn't. But yeah, most of my base appears to be a little bit broken. I just have to keep it on free mode pretty much all the time. I'm assuming it has to do with how big it is. Our moon pool is here. The other moon pool is being built across on this side. This is the everything room. Below us, we have storage. I'll go as far as I can in this direction. This is where I need to be moving my bed to. In fact, I may as well move it now since the bedroom does physically exist, if nothing else. And we can make a better bed now that there's actually room for it. I just made the smaller, shittier bed before because there was no room for one. And then you can see we curve out with glass again, and you'll notice that every time there's a curve, it's not facing the glass towards the base, it's facing it out towards the biomes we built around. And then we're curving back around to a power room. It's very similar on that side to where we started previously. Coming back to production and going towards the mushroom forest, we already have a big empty room that will someday be a bioreactor. Can we build the bioreactor now, actually? Probably, right? It doesn't take that much. Yeah, we can build a bioreactor, that's easy. Let's go steal some fish. And, can I build whatever this was? Good. Let's see if we can't build our way to the end of this. Now that we have power to convert resources into refined goods, we might be able to build our way to the end of the side. We're out of quartz. Man, I've used a lot of quartz. So we need quartz and fish. Popping back out to this side, going around, I was almost able to get through. You can see, again, we had this glass area facing out into the mushrooms. Huge ladder down all the way to here. And this is where my processors were originally as opposed to the platform over there. The power from my base doesn't reach down here, and it was causing them to not really work very well, so I had to move them up there. And let's go ahead and continue planting all of our little goods. I don't know what goes in this one. I want this to be nothing but like actual useful relevant goods. I don't think there is a 6th one though. There's gel sacks, 2 kinds of mushrooms, 2 kinds of vines. I don't think there is anything that goes in this one. If I'm forgetting something, tell me, because it'll make me a lot happier if this can be symmetrical and not just like random things I put here and pretend they matter. But time to kill everyone and replant them, because our farms are not currently filled. Alright, that's everything full except for gel sacks and creep vines. They'll grow into it eventually. And the base, well, we're in the process of growing into it. There's a lot more to come. I want to make this more sprawling. I want to have each of these have a top and bottom floor. I want to have some connectors go through, like this curve around into the moon pool. Now, having done my tiny base tour, what are our goals for today? While I talk, I'm going to head down in the mushroom forest and just steal a pile of ribbon rays to throw directly into the bioreactor. It's a cruel world, what can you do? Now, I think our goal for today is primarily gather a lot of shale, and the best way to do that and progress the game is to go into the mountains. Not the mountains, generally go on top of the specific mountain, because that's a good way to get shale. There's some story progress there, there's the ion cubes, there's all that jazz. And without getting a lot of gold and diamonds, we really can't get underway when it comes to the FCS Studio stuff. FCS Studio, every time, Field Creator Studios. I want to use just ribbon rays, I'm not sure why I'm so hung up on it. I think 8 will fit, I'm not entirely sure the correct number. I also need to gather quartz and titanium. Again, even though I've mostly just been gathering quartz and titanium for a while off screen, I still need to gather more. That's just how base building goes. But first, let's get this bioreactor online so that things can start functioning properly. It does hold 8, but I only got 6. Good job, me. Now, with the bioreactor finally online, I'm gonna head down the other side over here and use the scanner room. The base is getting unwieldy large. Once I start finalizing what structures go where, I'll start throwing hatches down all over the place like I had on my previous base, so I can just easily dip and dive out of any random room and go to another one. We're gonna need more quartz. Salvage isn't too hard to find, just drive to any biome I don't live in and look around, there's salvage everywhere. But quartz is a problem. Also, I'm really appreciating the speed upgrades as opposed to just double size. Or quadruple size rather, sticking to just 2 size upgrades. Because every time I've ever used it in the past, I just like turn it on and go do something else while I wait for all the size stuff to finish. Man, de-extinction might just be happening over time and not related to saving and loading, because that's a lot of ribbon ray. Although, to be fair, even at the very start of the game, anytime I ever see ribbon rays, I say, wow, that's a lot of ribbon rays. So maybe it's not really related to de-extinction duplicating things. And at least near my base, we can control their population, because they have a new purpose in life. Or perhaps a new purpose in death is a better way to describe this. And of course, we need a locker to store the fish that are yet to be burned alive. Alright, so that's our first power room done. Combine that with 19 solar cells. I have to hope we can at least run 1 ore processor and 1 mining utility. But right now, we're sitting pretty at 34,000 credits less than we need. So we're going to throw away something we don't want to throw away just so that we can actually get this thing running and go buy a drill. I'm willing to sell silver, I'm willing to sell pretty much anything, honestly. I think silver's my best bet. I really don't want to sell my silver. I know I'll regret that later. It's so gross. There's nothing I can sell that I won't regret. Let's just go to the mountain now. We'll get quartz later. Let's just go to the mountain now, because we need lithium so badly. Not lithium. We need shale so badly. Lithium is valuable enough to sell, but diamonds and gold are both far better choices. But for now, we just need to go to the mountain. We need the money from that. It's the bottleneck we have facing all of our main goals at the minute, so let's go. And now that we have the shock function on this Seamoth, we can very safely enter the alien facility and consequently the Oh, there are warpers near the moon pool, isn't there? Because my actual plan was to drive down to the moon pool and just go in through that. Warpers do kind of live around there, though. And this Reaper could be fucking anywhere. Like, honestly, I have no illusions to understanding where he lives anymore. He may still be clipping through mountains, he may live on a side of the mountain that is wrong, I have no idea. He doesn't sound close, he sounds like he normally does. Which implies on the opposite side of the mountain or inside the mountain, because those are usually the places that he is. Is it safer to... It's gotta be safer to go now, right? Just go, just go, just go. The longer I sit still, the more time I give for things to happen that are bad. Let's just go. There's no reason that anything bad should happen to my Seamoth, especially if I get away from it immediately. The Reaper has no reason to be over there if I'm not there. Food and water handled. Is my second O2 tank filled? It's not. Good to remember that. Not that it matters right now, but it will eventually kill me if I don't check it all the time. So my goal I guess I should go do everything in here. It's not really important. It's not important at all, honestly. But I need to do it eventually. I do have in-game goals. The one way that I can realistically die is to a warper, so pursuing the main quest makes me invincible to them. And I do have to go to the late game biomes for reasons. You'll see them when I get to them. They're real dumb. You have no idea how grand my aquarium goals are this campaign. But for now, let's just do everything inside this alien facility. And after we finish this alien facility, let's go completely fill our pockets and our sea moss pockets. Am I carrying first aid kits? No, of course not. What do you think I am? Competent at the game? I feel so much less safe than I did a second ago. Realistically, honestly, I might be able to get killed by spiders on this playthrough. They hit for literally 3 times normal damage. I'm not sure I'm safe. I am passively regenerating right now, and it's going to be the case the whole time I'm here because of bulbwood plants. I think I'm okay. I'm not happy, but I think I'm okay. If I were in the water, I would feel extraordinarily unsafe. I don't know if I've been hit on camera or only off camera while gathering, but sand sharks hit for like 80. It's gross. There's a force field control here, but there's never a force field. Oh, maybe if you come here first, then this side will be locked. Okay, fair. I don't know. I've got no idea. It would make sense that that's how it works. Otherwise, you could technically bypass the opening force field, but that wouldn't even be a big deal. From the aliens' perspectives, I'm sure it would be, though. I'm talking about from a gameplay perspective, which is silly and irrelevant. I'm not going to worry about scanning everything. I'm going to scan everything here. What am I talking about? Of course I'm going to. I was going to say I can do it later when I come back through here at the end of the game, but I mean, it's fine. This is the one from Lava Zone, right? Yeah, that's the geothermal plant that links to here. I guess I'll take some more purple tablets. I'm sure I'll find a use for them eventually. And if I did choose not to pick them up and then found myself needing them, I'd feel like a complete idiot. And then we can use our precious purple tablet that we just got opening the store and not actually doing anything. All we're going to do is go in and get stabbed for no reason, but sure, why not? Hey there, quarantine platform, how are you feeling? No, I'm just going to scan you, I don't really care right now. Maybe it'll tell me not to touch you. Not that it'll matter, because I'm not reading it. Why would you divide? I don't know why anyone would design a device like this. I don't know, something about the, like, vaguely sentient-seeming stabby arm. There are so many other simpler ways. I think most of the reason I'm bothered by it is because it seems like it's looking at you and then it stabs you with a needle that's like a solid ½ inch across, just like unreasonably large. If it just like came out and stabbed you immediately, I wouldn't be as bothered by it, but it's like cartoonishly oversized. Most medical devices don't look like the bad guy. I think that's what I'm getting at. The architects designed their science, which makes sense because they also designed their buildings this way, like supervillains. Looks like I missed an ion cube on my way in the first time, as always. And I think we're gonna be okay. I'm not too afraid of spiders. There is the small and hilarious chance that I lose my unofficial hardcore status by getting killed by spiders looking for shale, but I don't really think that's a fear I should worry about too much. I should have made a propulsion gun so I could fly away from this place when I was done. That's not really a strat actually, since I brought my sea moth here, and bringing the sea moth here is definitely worth the safety it gives me. That's called a bait shale. We're not getting that shale. I don't trust it for a second. Like, yeah, he should be about 100 meters down, but I've also just seen him doing flips out of the water over here, so I'm not trusting anything after the one at the sea moth just came, not the sea moth, the one at the Aurora just came out of the water and tried to eat me while flying through the air. I'm not getting anywhere near that beach line. I'll always take lithium. I'm currently completely bottomed out on it. Sign me up for more purple tablets, I guess. I don't think this actually goes anywhere. Well, evidently I'm wrong. It's going somewhere. It's not going anywhere good, unfortunately. Oh, hey, this is that other side that I found by accident by going in really new directions. I've always thought this dead-ended. Apparently it does go somewhere. It just goes somewhere very strange. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to switch over to Filmic here to use this flare, because it is a little bit pitch black in here. I think this is a place I've already explored pretty decently before, but I know I ran out of inventory space the first time I was here, so I imagine I can just easily find more stuff. Currently, I'm feeling a little bit incorrect about that, but there we go. There are some places in here where you can't move like 3 steps without tripping over shale, and this just has like normal resource distribution, so I feel like I've done something wrong. Yeah, this is more what I was talking about. Like, every single wall has a piece of shale on it. We've got to be pretty close to a full inventory at this point, I would think. What are we looking at? We are looking at an exactly full inventory. Let's get out of here. I seem to have accidentally climbed all the way to the top where the teleporter is. So I guess, sure, I'll free up an inventory slot and get rid of this ion cube. This is going to look real interesting in filmic, isn't it? No, it's about the same. I thought it would look like crazy bright by comparison to its surroundings, but not really. I'm actually not done gathering at all. I've just realized the sea moth has 2 storage modules at the minute, which means I can get a lot more than I currently have. Is there a safe way down here? That felt real sketchy. That felt like I could just fall to my death. I'm gonna say no. There is not a safe way down here. That is very suicidal. Don't touch. Now that we're back in slightly more reasonable parts of the cave, I can go to normal color grading. That one part of the cave is just pitch black for some reason. Alright, this is not the correct way down, but it is a way down, and I am done looking. I've been running in circles in that same cave for a while now. Yeah, this is fine. It's a Grand Glider, not the Reaper. We're fine. I just saw that thing moving along the top of the ocean and got very seriously spooked. Now, when I get in the water, I need to immediately get inside the sea moth before I stop and look around. Okay. We're good, we're good. There's a biter coming for me, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, let's go. Holy shit, that was so close to death. I did not hear the warper teleport nearby. He just swam up to me. That was a lot riskier than I realized it was. I didn't see him when I spun around initially, and I never heard a teleport. I might just be deaf. That was unnecessary greed. I should not have done that. Once again, Grand Glider at the top of the water spooking me. But we're fine, nothing crazy happening. Unlike some places, or even just like the other side of this place, really, I don't trust Leviathans when I'm on the ground, man. I don't trust Leviathans, period. It's so bad every time we see them. Alright, back up at the teleporter room. I'm running around, getting another inventory of shale. Shouldn't really take too long. Okay, I know where I am, but I don't feel like I'm safe to swim with this. That's gotta be insane. Like, we just ran through here, we know the Reaper's not here. Warpers don't start spawning until around the part where my sea moth is. I'm fine. I know I'm fine, I just need to jump in the water and stop being a coward. I don't want to be too close to this wall, though. I'd much rather be out in the open. Is that the Leviathan? It's probably just the land. It's probably just the land hitting the light hitting the land in a weird way. That's a Grand Glider. We're fine. You'd have heard his roars by now if he was coming for you. Everything's fine. Everything's completely fine. Go, go, go. Let's leave. Why is it going so slow? Is the sea moth always this slow? No, it's okay. You don't need to do anything, Mr. Warper. I'm on my way. I got the message. Apparently, I never turned off my scanner, because now that I'm on my way home, I can just see scanner blips everywhere. Is the Reaper chasing me? Yes. Where is he? Is he behind? Where the fuck are you? There he is. He's just in the ground. He is actually just in the ground. Are you kidding me? He was under the ground following me all the way back to my base. Well, there's a Reaper under the ground near my house now, I guess. We might have to build a prawn suit and kill that guy very soon. That is a serious problem. He can just clip out someday and kill me while I'm building my base. I hate every part of that. Holy shit. Let's just eat and get some first aid kits. Let's just not panic. Well, my inventory's full right now, so first I guess I need to go throw a bunch of stuff into the ore processors. Okay, I'm pretty sure I was out of quartz. I don't recall why I needed quartz, but it sounds correct that I'm out of it. So I'm gonna go to sleep until day and go get that quartz, and hopefully we'll have power during the day. At the very least, we broke 250,000 by getting all that shale, and we can finally buy a drill. Not that we're gonna be able to power it very well, but we can try. Alright, the pipes of my base are finally connected again now that I've gotten that quartz. Not too sure what I originally wanted this stuff for, but it's fine, I guess. You know, in a roundabout way, this Reaper's actually good news, because it means that the mountain is safe now, except for all the warpers. These recent gathering trips have given me enough titanium and glass to fully finish everything that I've been planning, but there is a slight issue, and it's this. This part of the base doesn't really connect properly with the rest of what I'm doing, I think. Gonna need to enable build free lane. Oh wait, maybe it connects absolutely perfectly. Maybe I'm just wrong. Game. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Easy. Never mind. Alright. This is the beginnings of an actual cool base. We've got the wings connected on this side now. We need to figure out something to do over here, but it'll come together eventually. The Reaper roaring in the background is just ambience. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And I literally had to turn this thing off to get enough power to fabricate the lubricant for the moon pool. It's awful. Look how quickly it drains. It's so much pain. The bed might need to be moved now, though. This might be incorrect. Alright, we're gonna use the magic of sleep to generate more power during the day and get these things progressing during the nights. My base just doesn't really work outside of daytime. One bioreactor is so far from fueling FCS. The power drain of this thing is just tremendous. Speaking of, we need to throw some more fish into the bioreactor. I need to catch more relatively soon. And previously I was planning on buying the basic drill, but I've decided to save up and make myself get the big drill because I hate the basic drills. The basic drills cannot be automated. You always have to go out to them and do them manually. Whereas if you save up and get the big drills, you can eventually automate those, and it's a huge lifesaver. Sorry, lithium, you're valuable, and I am just out of diamonds and gold. We need another 240,000 as credits. Now, what can I do while I wait for that to process? I could go get more stuff from the island, but that feels incredibly unsafe, and I don't want to do that. I can gather more quartz, but I don't have the ability to scan because I don't have power. What is a good objective right now? Oh my god, I'm out of titanium. I was doing some base building. I was thinking of ways to connect the base. I was like, oh, I'll just make this into a big square of little multi-purpose rooms. And I don't have the titanium to even try. The plan does work. This is how I wanted it set up. Although you could argue this is ugly and it should be an actual square. For the time being, it's not physically possible, so it's sort of a moot point. As we're out of titanium and actually pretty close to accomplishing our objective, instead I'm just going to go on a small titanium gathering run while I wait for this drill to become affordable. But first, I want to know exactly where this Reaper is. Let's move around near the surface of the ground and all the places that he might be. Wait, is he actually like just near the mountain in a sensible place right now? This is the mountain. Like, you're allowed to be here. What is this? What's in this box? The world's most dangerous multi-purpose, or mobile vehicle bay, rather. Mr. Reaper, where are you? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I'm feeling safe enough to come grab some resources, though. I'm reasonably convinced that dude is stuck under the ground. And since he is the one Reaper that's supposed to be protecting this very nice wreck, I'm gonna go see if that's true. There could be multiple Reapers. I don't really have the correct number of Reapers on this area of the mountain, right? But I mean, I can just go Oh, hey, there he is! He's a loud boy. Alright, this wreck is thoroughly, aggressively not safe. That's fine, though. I don't think this is the one that was under the ground. Yeah, that's the one that's under the ground. Wait, no, that might have just been his tail. I don't know if there was one Reaper only and one under the ground. I'll be able to tell in editing. That's okay. I'll go my separate ways. There's not enough screaming for it to be 2 Reapers. You know when there are 2 Reapers. That was just his tail under the ground. Okay, you can be over there and I'll be over here and we'll go our separate ways. I was hoping to go to that wreck that it's on the edge of the mountain, but he is very much still there and guarding it. I think he might have, like, went back to his original position then, because I'm pretty sure that's the Reaper that was fighting me this whole time. Grab some titanium. Like, it's not actually very dangerous, but it feels so scary every time I get out of my sea moth near the floor right now, because I don't know there's a Reaper just clipping around the map right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Stalker. It's a very impressive home you built for yourself. But I intend to make a very impressive home for myself out of your home. Yeah, he's understandably pissed. Alright, sleeping through the night one last time. We've just barely broken 750,000. We can finally order something. Although there's some slight issues I hadn't thought about before now. See, we've only ever been worried about getting credits. We never actually had anything delivered to our house, though. We need to build a transport drone terminal. Which, I think aesthetically I'm okay with this. Do we have everything we need? We do, that's great. We're still not done, though. We have one more thing we need to build. We need to build an Altera hub depot for them to actually, like, deliver to. The drone's just the truck. Now we need our P.O. box. Alright. Can we do it? I think we have all... we need more titanium. Brutal. It's always titanium. We need so much. Look, for now, we can do without one of these useless bottom rooms, okay? This can go away. There's nothing in here yet. This can go away. This can go away. That'll be 10 pieces of titanium. We can finally make everything we need. We can get the drill going. I'm sure the drill's not going to be great for our power either, but it'll start unlocking enough money for us to be able to buy better power sources. We really can't make a computer chip? I'm going to go out on a limb. It's table coral, right? It's gold. Because I used all my gold. Well, rip fabricator. Okay. Now... not F3, F2. We can go to the store. We can go to production. It's only 700,000. We've been doing this a little bit longer than we needed to. I would like to buy big drill. Please deliver it to apparently base 222. Sure, whatever you say. And the rest of this can go into storage. Now, there's an issue I immediately have. I don't have a solution to it yet, because I literally don't have any way of transporting power from above to below right now. Down here, where my farms is not receiving power from my base, despite my base being here. I'm gonna hope that putting it on the other side, like directly next to this bit of base, will be enough for it to count. And maybe I can help it count as a base by, like, building it as a T-junction out of it. I don't know why that would help, but I'm gonna try. And we can throw, like, additional hatches down here, and it'll be great. It'll be wonderful, trust me. I think we're probably out of titanium here. Hey, we had enough titanium left to do that. I'd like a window here, it makes sense. And I'm hoping that now there's like a little bit more base down here, maybe we can throw down like a solar panel on top of it. It's super obviously a part of our base. Solar panel, please. We're out of titanium, of course we are. Let's go see if we can't find some salvage before this thing gets delivered to my house. There do be kind of a lot of fish. I'm pretty sure it's not related to saving and loading. I'm pretty sure it's just as time passes, fish get duplicated. Because this is a lot of fish, and it's including spadefish too, so I sort of think it's duping base game creatures over time. It has nothing to do with saving and loading, which is unfortunate. That makes the extinction much less manageable than I had thought it was.
30 seconds.
This is the first time I've ever just come over to this shelf to get resources because it was near my base and a good idea. It's always been like a trip and a thing I planned in the past, where I was worried about the Reaper, and this time it's like, no, it's near my base, it's safe, I'm just gonna go there. Why wouldn't I? Oh my god, there's still salvage up here? I've never gotten salvage in this location. There's so much titanium on my doorstep that I just didn't think about. Let's go home. We're done. Alright, we're not actually done. I managed to heal. For some reason, I don't have first aid kits on me. But there do be kind of a lot of predators around. A little bit spook. Okay, that's much more titanium. I can feel better about going home with this amount. I'm not entirely sure what I want to be doing with all this in the future, but I do know that there's going to be something like this in the area and stuff coming off of it. It wouldn't be unreasonable to put the scanner room over here, honestly. Well, it kind of would be, because there's literally nothing in this biome. It should be on one of the edges, and that's the best edge for scanning, realistically. Oh no, my base is flooding. This is going to take a while to fix. This base is so big, it's going to take so long to find everything. The lights are off, which imply it's very seriously flooded. Apparently I've never made these, that's why my base flooded, fair enough. Oh, they're actually... I mean, there's still a lot of holes around, but the lights are back on and it said it's fine. I'm going to choose to believe that all of the lower level rooms that I literally cannot enter are fine. But I will still run through all the stuff on the top level and make sure it's actually okay. Yeah, this moon pool is very clearly not okay, don't lie to me. Now, honestly, to some degree, fixing this, I'm just buying time because I'm nervous. I really hope Amazon actually delivers to me. Good. The glitch is not part of my mod setup, and nothing broke on my end. It was just the game save had something go wrong. But whatever it was, it's not persistent across all save files. We actually can use this mod. Now, as I was saying earlier, the big issue I have is, can I get this thing to be powered on? Like, if it's not powered on, it's not actually usable or helpful in any way. And I realize now I was supposed to, like, make this. It was kind of important. This hatch is optional. We don't need it. And I don't think hatches have 2 titanium. So, technically the other hatch is optional. Oh no, hatches do have 2 titanium. Nice. Why are you powering a platform? What are you doing? What are you talking about? Is this platform a base? I'm deeply confused, game. Are you okay? Are you drunk? Look, all I really care about, I'm gonna be honest with you, is can I build this deep driller? Is that okay?
Warning, emergency power only.
That doesn't sound good. Base appears to have substantial power down here. This is going to that, which is interesting and not what should be happening. Yeah, so not too surprisingly, it's sort of just not running because it's not getting any sort of charge from this single solar cell trying to power it at night. Oh, that's very frustrating. Because my base is literally right here, game. I don't know what you want from me. Alright, so my current plan is to go get some table coral and some shale and some diamonds and some gold and all of that by going back to the shelf I was harvesting just a second ago, as well as some titanium, and to just build an entire bioreactor down there right on top of that drill, because clearly a solar panel is never going to work, so this is my next best guess, I guess. I don't know what to do. I really don't know how to fix this, because I thought just by having built my base all the way up to it, it would be able to take power from the base, but evidently that is not quite how it works. It needs to be within certain range of a power source period in the story, and it currently is nowhere near that. I guess I should finally get this propulsion cannon, huh? Oh, well, I can try to get it. Hey, there we go. Perfect. I don't know why I feel this is important, but I want it. How can I call it a successful campaign if I haven't flown on a bird, you know? It's weird to think that I have an in-game base that's only 500 meters from the Aurora. I'm usually so much further away from the Aurora than this, I don't really understand how I'm so close to it this time. And honestly, it's probably more like 400 meters, because that's just like the middle of my base, and it's sort of a sprawling base. I'm doing my part with all these bioreactors to make sure my performance stays good. Just, you know, if there's too many fish, throw every single one of them into a reactor. Eventually you'll get better frame rate, right? Now my inventory is full. Consider yourself lucky, Amber Clown Pincher. Sir, do you know what's happening right now? You do not want to be in my base. Okay, so now there's a literal bioreactor directly beside you. But you are not drilling. Wait. He drilled for like a single moment. I heard him. Turn it off and turn it on again. Clearly the issue is that I need more bioreactors. If you think I'm joking, I have terrible news. There is literally nothing I can do that makes my base bigger where I'm going to say no. Even if like half my base is like half-thought ideas I've given up on, as long as it makes the base bigger and more impressive, I'm all for it. We're still sitting idle at 0%. We got to 2 of 1,000, drilled for a quarter of a second, and stopped immediately. I don't know what this is getting its power from, but I don't believe it's 2 bioreactors. I feel like 2 bioreactors could easily power this thing. Are you acquiring ores? No, didn't think so. I quite like this base. It's not quite working according to plan. Like, I'm encountering issues left and right, but it's still a very nice base. So previously in my last runs, I've had a really hard time eating lantern fruits for water because they give so little and it's hard to pick a lot of them. I think that's just because of how they're arranged when you put them in the like big single planter. Because I can very easily grab so many of these and get my water to full. It's not a hassle at all, and I think it's just because they're arranged differently now, as opposed to the way they're bunched together in the interior planter. Because, like, yeah, I don't even feel the need to buy the water fountains from FCS anymore. That's just easy to handle. Dude, the base building is so weird and so broken, I cannot rotate the observatory. There's no way that's a normal bug to have. Like, once I'm out here, it'll, like, try to let me do it freely, but not actually. And I can't build into it, because it won't be lined up on the right grid, and when I bring it over, it's like, hey, you want to be angled like this, like a crazy person? The answer is no. And I'm not really sure why, but I can't build a ladder up from here. I can remove this and build a ladder all the way from the bottom to the top, but this doesn't work. Don't know why. That's solvable, though. Like, I can fix that one, actually. Okay, so yes, building this in a different orientation seems to have fixed the original ladder problem that I was experiencing. Although I want this rotated around, if that is possible. I don't care what you say. Whoa, no, not that one. Game, you seem very confused about what I'm targeting right now. Try to come at it from the other side, I guess. So the driller is still completely broken, but we have a much better ladder system. Now we have this going up to here. The ladders actually connect properly. There is a small section here that goes up again to the top. And the reason I want it like this instead of the way that it was is so that I can have very clear platforms to use power transmitters going down and then into the mushrooms. Because before there was no way to go all the way from here to the top of the mushrooms, and now I can probably do that. For now, though, I think I'm done. I've been working on this drill for a while and just can't seem to get it to power on. I'm pretty sure I need to use power transmitters to get it to work. But, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. So instead, I need to generate a shitload of power down here. And I don't know if I have any way of doing that. How much does it cost to get the, power stuff from here? It's $240,000 for a pair of telepower pylons. It's $450,000 for the ridiculous solar cluster, $100,000 for power storage. The issue I have is I don't even know what its power is coming from, nor do I know how to check it. Add power from draining cells, like I can use power cell instead. But like, I don't know how to check what its power is coming from. Because I don't know that anything here is actually connecting to it. Like, let's go find a let's go find a power transmitter. I know you can find those laying around the mushroom forest. I found one before, and you still only need 2 with DeathRun on. So let's try to find a second one. What are you? I'll need you eventually. I'm not that far away from aquariums. Not like I'm gathering anything specific right now. But if I can find a power transmitter, I can just slap one on top of my bioreactors and see if it's even getting power from them. Because it seems like it's not. I don't know what it's getting power from, to be honest. What might be a good thing to do is to go to my scanner room and set it to scan for fragments for a little while. Yeah, I'm gonna scan for fragments. Hopefully that I'll find some power transmitters. Otherwise, I can just use it to pick up titanium. It's not a big deal. And while that runs its scan, because it needs to go a decent ways before it gets to the mushroom forest, I'm gonna grab my sea moth and go get more titanium and quartz next to the Aurora. Well, thanks to the speed upgrades, I might just be doing it now, because it's already picked up a couple of fragments out here in the mushrooms. And I'm hoping that one of them at least will be a power transmitter hidden in the grass. Odds are looking really decent of that being the case. Holy shit, it is. Should probably put a battery in this thing, huh? Well, that was like literally instant. Good job, base.
New blueprint acquired.
Isn't there another one like right next to it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I've got what I need. We can go cancel the scan immediately and just stop doing what we're doing. Try how power transmitters actually interact with the rest of this setup. Okay, so I need to go to exterior modules and get a power transmitter. Our first one's just going to be right here. We need gold for this, or are you kidding? That's gonna make it a little bit more complicated. That's fine, we can do that. And I've been recording this for so long. My first marathon session covered the first 5 episodes. This one and the off-screen gathering, a roughly similarly timed session, has probably only done 2 episodes. I guess that's the nature of base building versus early game stress, huh? I just finished picking up a load of titanium and quartz next to the Aurora. Gonna run around, grab some shale, hopefully get enough gold that I can actually do my job, put these power transfers down, and see if this will make this stupid drill work. I thought I'd be ending the episode on getting the drill like an hour ago, but we're still just working on the drill. There seems to be a lot of lithium in that direction. I just don't really trust that direction is the problem. Or not lithium, shale. There's a whole lot of lithium in that direction. I just don't feel safe about it. It seems untrustworthy, somehow. Gold, thank you. This is Moonpool, right? I may as well take the titanium while I'm here, though. Let's head this way and see if it's bulb zone or crash zone. That's very important to how I feel about it. Yeah, I'll take another life capsule, why not? What do you have for me? I like that one. Chug, chug, chug. Ah. I feel like the extinction has thoroughly wrecked my performance already with only a couple of hours. Wait, where is this? Is there a cave here? Oh, it's the place the cuttlefish was from. Fair enough. Oh man, I really can't recommend the extinction. I'm only 7 hours in and there's just so many fish. Saving and quitting appears to have nothing to do with them spawning aggressively. It just happens anyway. Oh, that sucks. The issue is all my bioreactors are filled with stuff from the extinction. You can't take them out. I guess I could just rebuild all my bioreactors. Otherwise, they'll be stuck in there forever. They'll just be like unknown ID in my bioreactor till the end of time. I don't know. I've got what I need to build a couple of power transmitters. I don't think it's nearly enough. I don't think I got very much gold at all on that trip. So this should gather all the power from these solar panels. And then we want to send it down as far as it'll go. It's already going directly to the drill? Well shit, if you say so, I don't mind. It's kind of what I wanted you to do. Let me use another power transmitter down here though. On this to get both of these bioreactors. Does this actually pull the power from the bioreactors though? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's actually drilling now, which is all that I want in life. But I don't think it's using the bioreactors. And I'd rather just use the bioreactors given the choice of the two, because I know that the solar panels won't support it non-stop. The solar panels run out of batteries during the night. That's their whole problem. So, okay, so now we can see this is definitely sending the bioreactors into it. And it's falling a lot faster, so I think it might be getting both, but there's no, like, representation of it going there. Is it inside of this? Is there a little blue line coming from in here? No, there's nothing saying it would be working like that. That's so frustrating. I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way and see if it works. Check the base power. Check if it's drilling. That's all that really matters. Is it jank and weird? Yes. But it's at 0% from just using the bioreactors, and it was a drilling earlier with the solar panels, so I mean, the bioreactors are clearly the wrong answer. Actually, look at my base. We're at 1145 hovering, pretty much. That, to me, sounds like it's just using these 2 bioreactors and those 5 solar panels. What I'm gonna guess is happening is around 1140 is the entire rest of the base, and all of this stuff is the remaining, or like what, 1800 of the 2925? I think that's what's going on. I think this is using literally 100% of the power that I've linked to it. I don't know, I'm gonna turn off my scanner. Oh, it's using even less than I thought because the scanner is using some of it. That's so gross. Ah, man, I just don't know why the drill's not getting power, and I don't know how to fix it smoothly. For now, I'm gonna call it. I've been trying very hard to get this to work for about 2 hours now. And unfortunately, I'm just not really getting power to this thing. Not super sure why. I'm gonna go take a nap, let day pass, see where my power is equalizing to get some numbers on it, but I'm gonna wrap it up here. I wouldn't be opposed to using a lot more power pylons to bring everything over here and shoot it down. It's ugly, but it's acceptable. The issue is I don't even know if it would work. What I think I really need to do, actually... Oh, that's a really good solution. I just need to get one more pylon, link it over here, and build the power storage here. That'll mean the power storage is fueling this pylon with the entire rest of the base, I think. Shit, let's try that before we end the video. That sounds genius. We need to process a few things, at least, if we're doing this. Alright, it's time to test whether or not I'm a genius or an idiot. This should create a power source down here that is absolutely massive. It's going to be all of the power my base ever generates in excess of what it needs, essentially meaning all the power my base will ever generate will get pulled down here, right? Is that centered correctly? No. Okay, that's good enough for me. Now, if I build this here, take the full override, slap it on the very edge. Ow. It pulls from that to the drill. Yes! Now, let's go to sleep, go to the daytime, so that our solar panels actually work and see what's happening. It should be incapable of pulling any power beyond, like, if I'm not over max power, I literally can't pull any power, which isn't great. However, it should be able to pull huge amounts of power compared to what we were previously doing, and that is quite good. The battery's still at 0%. It sort of makes sense, because my base probably isn't even at full power. Damn it. That's such a good idea, too. But it is drilling some amounts. Like, it's trying now, as opposed to what it was previously doing. I think if I just had more power to get pumped into that thing, it would be fine. We'd sort out our own problem. But that is the beginning of a solution. For now, I think there's really only one thing left to do, and that's build a nuclear reactor, because clearly we're not generating enough power here. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's not gaining power, because looking at this, my power is steadily climbing, right? Oh, no, it's not. 1910 or 1900, something like that must be my base max power, because we're sitting right at that. Every bit of excess power we generate is going directly into the drill and getting used immediately. Regardless, though, this recording's been going for 2 hours, 10 minutes. This marathon session's just going to be 2 videos. I've had a lot of base building stuff going on, and that is the transport drone getting back with the last bit of base building we'll be doing today. There we go. It has arrived with my terminal, which, if I remember correctly, doesn't actually need a storage locker to do the job that I have for it. If I remember correctly, when I put down this terminal, whoops, that's me scrolling down, which is now right-click, which breaks me out of this. But now I can take this terminal, just slap it on. Look, I can put it where I want. You can't tell me what to do. Oh no, it's very confused. Damn. I was hoping that I could use this as a resource monitor for the base without actually getting the data storage stuff, but that's not the case. I'll have to get the data storage stuff soon, but the point is that I'll be able to use that to withdraw diamonds right here instead of having to go all the way into the storage room to do it once I get it set up properly. For now, though, I'm done. Today has been a massive amount of base building. That's the beginning of FCS getting out of hand. Our base is sprawling and interconnected, and sure, most of it's empty right now, but we have big plans, or I do. I'll convey them to you as we get to them. It's going to get a lot bigger than this. And sad, sad news, because I have to do it. I'm uninstalling De-Extinction. The performance hit now, only about 10 to 15 hours into this run, I'm not quite sure how far we've been, is already catastrophic. I can't let it keep getting worse. If I'm planning on base building, I might go an unlimited amount of time, and it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. I love gulpers, I love twist steals, I love how it changes how I view different biomes, but I've just got to uninstall it. I don't have a choice in the matter. Between videos, I'm going to do some gathering runs. I'm going to wait for all my bioreactors to use up all of the fish that are currently in them so that I don't have any lingering effects from de-extinction being in my bioreactors. And then I'm going to uninstall it, and I'll be back with you next time for more base building. I'm not quite sure what our immediate goals are. Nuclear reactor, prawn suit, we got stuff we want. But we have made a lot of progress. We finally have the beginnings of a sprawling super home. And boy, is it beginning to live up to its name. Anyway, I've been rather incoherent. I hope you liked the video. I hope you're liking this series. And if you did, then like, comment, subscribe. You all know the YouTube algorithm drill. And I'll see you in the next one.